Hey guys, here we are in the third video of the series Keys to Victory for Vasyl Lomachenko versus Mikey Garcia. And most of Vasyl Lomachenko's keys to victories are predicated on being able to establish lead foot dominance and a better position in the ring to take advantage of Mikey Garcia's seemingly poor footwork versus southpaws. In the first video, and I suggest watching the first and the second videos before watching this one. Chronologically, they just make more sense. The first video is about taking away Mikey Garcia's lead hand. The second video is about countering his jab in the cases that it doesn't always work or he's still able to throw it. And this video is going to be about taking away Mikey Garcia's counters. Because Mikey Garcia likes to counterpunch and look for his openings, because if you lead, you set yourself up to be countered and to give away your openings, where instead of making your opponent lead and put himself at risk. So it's a safer game plan, and it's one that Mikey Garcia utilizes in most of his fights. So what we're going to look at is how Lomachenko can take advantage of Mikey Garcia's counters to establish lead foot dominance and a superior position. There you go, right there. So he feints a jab, and then Mikey Garcia jabs, and it doesn't land. It looks like it kind of lands, but he throws it kind of like a hook, so it doesn't. But if you look at his hips right now, look at how they're spinning and how he winds up basically completely in the air after throwing this. Giving away all of his balance and putting all of his weight on his front foot, meaning that he's not even going to be able to follow up after this punch because he puts all of his weight into it. And that's one of the problems with Mikey Garcia's his jab and his counter, is that he does this a lot of times. So now we're going to look at some instances in which Lopez was able to counter Mikey Garcia's jab, and there were some really good ones. So right here, great job from Lopez. He jabs, it doesn't land. He comes back, and Mikey Garcia jabs, but he puts all of his weight on his front foot and winds up eating two shots. Let me put it in slow mode just real quick. So jab, counter jab, and he puts all his weight on his front foot, giving up lead foot dominance as well because he jabs to the inside. Lopez establishes lead foot dominance with his left hook, or his right hook, and then throws the huge left hand that catches him. So let's watch it one more time, and then we'll move on to the next example. Catches him with that shot, and then that shot, showing that Mikey Garcia really doesn't have the footwork or the balance to be countering, and that his jab is also very easily countered. The next example, being in the same round, actually, he's a shot, being right here. He jabs, puts all his weight on his front foot, and Lopez is able to catch him with the left hand. But Mikey Garcia is showing that he can't even get away once lead foot dominance is established, because when he jabs, he puts his foot inside, giving away lead foot dominance, and as he tries to escape out the right, which is one of his problems throughout the fight when he does wind up in this position, his leg gets caught by Lopez's, and now all Lopez would have to do is kind of take an angle on him rather than throwing punches and standing up, and he'd be able to land punches, but this is not Vasyl Lomachenko, obviously. Another one, being at... Oh, did I miss one? Let's see if I missed one. No, I did talk about that one. Another one in the last round. Here we go. Countering his jab, so he slips it, lands a body shot, comes up, and is able to put Mikey Garcia completely out of position just by baiting the counter right here, and then lands that big shot. And again, Mikey Garcia putting himself completely out of position, and Lomachenko will be able to do a much better job of taking advantage of Mikey's poor footwork. So let's take a look at what Lomachenko is going to do instead. So he jabs, and right there, jab, he gets him to counter with the hook, which is very common for Mikey Garcia in that fight, and he takes lead foot position and is not even just happy with that, and winds up pivoting in and putting himself completely in a better position than Walters. He doesn't mount any offense there, but that's not really the point either. It's the fact that he's so able to do that. The next one in the 4th round. And that's one of the times where he's really able to take advantage of establishing lead foot dominance. So he jabs, baits the left hook counter from Walters. He misses, and off of the left hook, he dips it, and he establishes lead foot dominance, pivots out, but Walters pivots as well. And this is something that I don't think Mikey Garcia is going to be able to do based on the information in the first video. And he controls him and then gets Walters to change head slots, and he re-pivots and then lands a left hand. Just amazing footwork from him, and I don't think Mikey Garcia's feet are fast enough to keep up with him. So if he is able to counter his jab, Mikey Garcia is going to have a lot of work ahead of him. Another instance right here. Oh man, and now he's mounting offense off of the counters, jabs, rocks back, and he goes to hook him, just like Mikey Garcia tries to do a lot of the times, cracks him with the huge left and then a right to the body. Beautiful mastery of boxing, and I definitely think he's going to be able to bait Mikey Garcia's counters, just like Lopez was able to do. Moving on to another instance. Again, baits the jab and lands a huge left hook. Boom. And then pivots on it. He kind of falls off balance. Their feet kind of tangle. But again, showing a mastery of baiting the jab and baiting the counter to land his own offense. Not only that, but to establish lead foot dominance and superior position. And Walters counters, he doesn't even always, I'm not going to rehash it, but he doesn't even always leap in with his jab and put himself off balance. It kind of looks like Walters has much better footwork and much better balance than Mikey Garcia, and Lomachenko is still able to do all this to him. So that's it for this video. This one was baiting counters and taking advantage of them. Another great example of a key to victory for Vasyl Lomachenko. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think. And I'll have the 4th video coming up in just a bit. Thanks, guys.